Okay, hey guys, Sarah and whoever else, welcome to our first Periscope live production on our Flawless Face Summer Beauty Academy. Tonight we're doing creating a flawless face, covering your bases. So it's all about foundations. And so one of the things I wanted to do with you guys is teach you guys how to match foundations. What do you do? How does it work? What's undertone mean? What kind of foundations do we have? And so the first thing that I like to do is I like to always stripe test with liquid foundation because I find it to be a perfect match. And then we have this really great conversion chart where you can actually see what color they are in liquid, and if they don't want to use liquid, maybe you want to use mineral powder, maybe you want to use something else, you can see exactly what color they will be all the way across. And then we also have this really great undertone chart so that, say maybe right now they're a certain shade, it's the middle of summer, but by December time they're a different color. Well, you can stay right within your undertone chart and go up or down because it's not necessarily numerically up or down. Okay, the undertones play a big role in everything. So we have 3 guests here. Mari is a brand new consultant. I didn't have her kit yet, and she brought 3 super awesome guests. Can I just tell them, Mary, that you are due in less than 4 weeks if you can believe that. Like, that's crazy. She looks so good. Anyway, so we're excited. So basically, the first thing that I always do when I look at somebody and gosh, we've got 23 shades. What do we stripe them with? Is the first thing I do is I say, are you in beige, bronze, or ivory category? Do we have any ivory categories up here?
Nope.
No. How about beige?
Yes.
Which one? That one. Okay. And then bronze, right? But look how different their undertones are. Completely different. All right. And then we have beige. Now, when you're in the beige category, Maudie's also beige, but look, they're even a little bit different there too, aren't they? Maudie's lighter beige than Teresa. Okay. So, is that a good thing?
I need a tan.
Yeah.
All the time.
You guys sisters
and everybody else. I need a tan.
All right, so when you're looking in the range, once you know you're in the beige range, okay, then we've got beige 1 through beige 8. So if we know that neither one of them are like super white, light beige, right? So we know that we're going to start kind of in the middle to the darker beiges. So right away you can cut out the lower ones, and you have a smaller spectrum to work with. Same thing with the bronze. These are bronze shade, right? We have bronze 1 through 8. Are they dark, medium, or light bronze?
Medium.
Light to medium, I would say, right. Definitely light to medium. They're definitely not dark. You know, because when we talk about the human race and skin tones, we're talking about the whitest of white, like Casper white, like they don't live in Florida, like white, okay, to ebony, blue, black skin, right? So that's what we're covering. So when you look at bronze, you have to think about that. Are they in the bronze range, light, medium, or dark? Same thing with beige, light, medium, or dark, and same thing with ivory. But here's the thing. Let's see. Well, actually, Lisa right here, you know, she's a beige, and you don't have any time on it. Sam, that's right. I should be able to remember that. Okay, Sam, also light. She's light beige for sure, but she could even maybe be a dark. Robin could be a dark ivory. She could be an ivory or a beige. I mean, you've got some tweeners, but so then you just know that you cover the upper ivories and the lower beiges. You see, you just have like a little range. And it's super customary. You'll ask any top makeup artist, they will tell you that often three shades to stripe test with. Don't feel like you're not a pro because you have to take 3 times or 4 times or 5 times, because here's the thing. Your guests want to know that they got their right shade. It's not about how quickly you can get it and name that tune in one stripe, okay? It's more about making sure that they have the exactly right color for them, because how many of you guys have been matched with the wrong color, or on your own in a department store, or on your own in a drugstore, trying to find your foundation shade, guessing and guessing and guessing, and you know, you mess it up every time because it's hard, right? Plus you change. We don't stay the same color all year round. So this is what first thing I do. So we got beige here. So we'll start here with beige, and maybe you guys can be my banners. So we have 2 kinds of foundations of the liquids. One is a luminous and one is a matte. What kind of skin? Oily or combination? And then you were oily combination too, weren't you?
Yes.
And then how about you, Mary? Combination. Okay, so we're gonna do the matte. And so Miss Carrie, come on over here. All right, so over here with Teresa, we're gonna say that she was a dark beige. All right. And so just give me this bit. So we're gonna stripe test. Do you do this, or do you want me to do it? Just do a little, little stripe test. Okay, so typically with ivory and beige skin tones, you're gonna stripe test the cheek to the jaw, like in this area, okay? And a tiny little bit, you guys, is all that you need, because if you have too much, you won't have it blend or fade in. So turn your head this way a little bit. Right here is where you did it. What color is that? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, let's show you what it would look like if it wasn't pretty good. This one could be too, but and they're so subtle. That's really subtle, but it's a little bit lighter.
Does that one have pink in it?
Yeah.
It looks almost pink.
This one has olive in it.
Well, they all are. They're both olive. So let me find. Well, the second one is a muted color, and that's on that chart that I'll tell you about in a minute. A muted color. So if you have something that's hard to match, everything with the 4s and the 6s are all mutes. Okay, so like, do you remember back in the old days of 400, it seemed to go on everybody that you couldn't match? That was it was a muted shade. Now you can see that one easily. Can you see that? Okay, that's beige 8. Beige 8 actually has a pink or red undertone. So we're gonna say you're beige 7. We have a match. Okay, so I always, on the back of the profile card, you guys, for those of you out in the land there, write their shade down here, and then that way you'll have their shade written down. So you're going to want to make sure you write it down for her. Beige 7, and so you, Teresa, can sit back down. You're probably like, thank you, Jesus. So, yes. No. But what I do want you to do is put the CC cream that matches that on her tray. Thank you. Okay, and then I have to make sure I put these all in. Okay, so now we've got our 2 bronze tones. All right, so one of the things you guys I refer to a lot is the undertone on this chart that I have. These are all on my website, MK Jamie. If you go to events, all the resources should be there. If they're not there, they should be there, but they're also under resources under Jamie's faves, or faves for Summer Beauty Academy. So we have the bronze here, and so she's darker than she is. Would you agree? Okay, so Roz, what color do you think I should start with?
She's probably a 3.
Okay.
Or bronze 3.
Because what are the undertones in there? There's golden,
Well, bronze 3
orange.
is golden
Because she looks
and
golden.
warms. Yeah, that's probably why she said that. Okay, so we'll start there. Now, let me just tell you too, the bronze pigments have major pigment. The very first time I did a bronze skin tone woman, I think I forgot to bring the mirrors, which you will forget something always. It's so hilarious. You never do a perfect class. And I was so thankful because I put like too much on, and it was like this orange stripe on her face, and I was like, and I thank God I was like, oh my gosh, thank God she can't see that. And I was like, smear. But then all of a sudden, it was gorgeous. But so don't get scared the first time. You know what I'm saying? Because there's lots of pigment. Really, just a tiny little bit. Okay. So actually, on bronze skin too, I was doing it like I would do an ivory or beige skin tone. You actually want to do more in the cheek area, not down here, because a lot of times the darker bronzer skin has a kind of like a natural facial masking around the edge perimeter of their skin. So you kind of want to do the cheek area because often the inside part of their face is a little bit lighter than the outside part. So that's pretty darn good. You see that?
Yeah.
Like it's gone. And it warms up too with this, the pigments will warm up with the skin and you will be a slight change right in front of your eyes. So I could do some wrong ones, but I think it was just in the interest of time. Keep it here. So those of you guys out in Periscope, how many people do we have on this? Sarah on?
14 people.
Oh, 14 people. Okay, so for those of you guys that are new, you can tap.
You're getting love.
You can tap, I was going to say. So they're sharing some love. There's little hearts that you can put on there. And then also, if you have questions, I've got Jen, she's filming me right now. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and I'll be happy to answer them as we're doing this. So it's sort of an interactive thing. Okay, so you, my darling, are going to be bronze 3. Thank you, Roz.
You're getting in hi, Auntie Jamie. And she's going to be
Oh, that's Megan. Hi, Megan. Okay, so now we have the beautiful, ridiculously good looking and pregnant Megan. She's due in the end of August. Is that ridiculous? Look how good she looks. All right, Megan has two amazing little children. Okay, So, what I would say with her is her skin tone is completely different. Did you notice that? Completely different. Shaniqua's skin tone is like a really warm, golden kind of color. And what would you say hers is?
It's almost like a pink or more muted.
She's
Right.
probably a beige 8 or a bronze 2.
She won't be a beige 8.
I don't think she'll be beige
Well, I got
8.
one of my girlfriends the same.
No.
She's a beige 8.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying that she couldn't be, but I think she's actually darker than beige 8, but yeah. Or bronze too. And Roz is right on the money, you guys. Roz, because that's on the same exact undertone column. She's right on the money. The next step up from beige 8 is bronze 2. So that's what's really cool about this undertone chart. And I make, we call it the beauty Bible. Instead of consultants, they print all these things out. They keep it in their beauty Bible, and they take it to all their appointments. Because you know what? It's such an easy chart to figure out. Instead of trying to go every single one of these, you can like zero in on that. All right, so let's try bronze 2. Now, isn't that funny though? She was bronze 3. Now she was a little bit darker, but would you think it would be like just one different? And it's such, that's why undertones are so important. Okay. All right. She's so patient and calm. I mean, right, Roz might be right. No. No, I mean, she is right. Of course she's right, but.
I know it. Just joking.
No, you're not. You're right. All right, so that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, right in, and so she's bronze 2. Bronze 2. So you may have a seat too, because you're probably ready to sit. Okay, so, yes, definitely. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to. Not everybody has foundation in their tray or their CC cream in their trays, right? Do you guys have CC? Have they been matched?
No, I'm good with you.
Oh, you have. Okay, so Lisa and Sam. Do you guys want to come up front real quick, and we'll do you guys as well? Don't worry, it's just a few possible people watching. Few possible. Okay. Oh, don't be shy. Come on up. Okay, so we have Lisa and we have Sam. Similar skin tones. Okay. Would you say ivory, beige, or bronze? And here's Christy. Ivory, beige, or bronze? Real quick.
Beige.
Beige, right? Okay, and so one of the things too that when you're looking at with people's undertones, because undertone really matters, is do they burn easily? Do they tan easily? And or do they burn and then tan? That kind of thing. So Lisa, do you tan and then burn only, or what's your?
It used to be I would only burn,
Uh-huh.
and then I started tanning.
Okay. All right. And then how about you, Sam?
I burned once and then I just tan.
Yeah. And then how about you, Christy?
Burn.
Okay, so Christy has the light eyes as well. Sometimes that's an indicator. And I will tell you that your neck, okay, the object of foundation is just to even your skin tone. But sometimes you will find that women will be one color here, a super white neck, and a different color here, right? Mm-hmm. And so you can't just match the neck to here because then it's different than here. So you want it to be all the same so you don't look like you're wearing any foundation, right? So you'll notice that in Lisa's neck, there's pink in there for sure. But sometimes people have pink in their face, and it doesn't mean they have a pink undertone.
Does she have light eyes and naturally dark hair?
Naturally dark hair.
And your eyes are blue?
There you go, and she has light eyes.
Green.
Okay, so there's a good chance that she has some pink in there, right? And then over here, well, first of all, what is your heritage?
I'm Asian. I'm from Seoul, South Korea.
Okay, which a lot of Asian or ethnic, like Hispanic, lots of times, doesn't mean all the time, but lots of times they've got a yellow undertone or an olive undertone, and olive just means more yellow, okay? So we're gonna match them up, and then Christy's got a lot of freckles that are making her look tan. So just know this too, that freckles is colored, okay? So if you have somebody with red hair, people automatically think red-headed people are fair and automatically want to put them into the ivory category, but guess what? They usually also have a lot of freckles sometimes, and that freckle is a color. It's color to your face, so they often are not actually ivory. They're often beige. So, all right, so let's get started. So what kind of skin? Dry, combination,
I think
oily?
normal.
Normal? Oily?
Normal.
Normal. Okay, so the normal ones we're going to test with the luminous, and the oily one we're going to do with the matte, okay? So,
We have a question from
Yes.
Sarah. So you can figure out their undertone from learning if they burn or tan easily.
Yeah, those are some questions. I will tell you, Robert Jones says that 85% of the population has a yellow undertone. So if you're rolling the dice, chances are yellow is probably your first bet. The majority of people have yellow. And then, of course, the olive undertone people, you know, a lot of times the ethnicity and that kind of thing, you can see that. That also helps. They really usually tan very easily. Or like, you're probably like me. If I get fair enough, if I lose, you know, my color, of course I'll burn if I don't put something on. But after that, I'm tanning. So even as fair as I am, I actually can get really, really dark. So did that help? This is all in the stuff that I have for you guys on the Summer Beauty Academy on our website.
She says thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
What color is that?
This is actually beige 5, and it's a little dark. You can see it real easily. I just wanted to show. I wanted to show some mistakes. I also want to show though. This beige 6 is a muted color, and I'm actually wearing beige 6 nowadays. I need to wash my hands when I have the other. It's still too dark though. I'm gonna put it lighter when I'm done. But it's lighter actually on her face. It's more of the right undertone, but it's too dark still. So I'm not gonna tubes get yucky. All right, so Carrie, I might have you use your fingers.
Just use it.
Thank you, Bob. You were so good. I'm like, ah. Okay. So can you see those clearly how wrong those colors are on her face? Super easy. Okay, so that was beige 5, which is olive, beige 6, which is a muted olive. And so beige 2 is a yellow undertone. The next one that's olive is actually ivory 5, which I think will be too light. So a lot of times I'll go down to beige 2, cross over to the yellow lane, which it blends perfectly.
Beige 2, you see?
Yep, you see that? It like completely blended in. So you got 1, 2, and then one's back here. Perfectly done, so beige 2. So you want to put the CC cream in her tray that matches with beige 2. Okay, so next up, Miss Lisa. And you guys are very similar actually, so go ahead and stand next to each other. You're really, really close.
And it's so funny because their hair color makes them look different, but their skin color probably don't look the same.
Right. Okay, so this was beige 4. But it does, but I don't know if I like it. Well, no, it's, oh no, now I can't see it.
I can't see it.
Looks like it's disappearing.
It did disappear and it changed on me. Okay. Okay, so this is beige 4, which is a pink undertone. All right, so beige 4. Right, so you can have a seat, Miss Lisa. Thank you for coming up here. And then oh, you know what? That might be that doesn't really matter the same colors, but that was matte that I put on. But luminous is what she would be. So yeah.
It would be light, right? Not medium.
Right. No. Did you look on here?
Yeah, it says light, but you have very light and
Oh,
light to medium.
Oh, light to medium. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very light. Sorry. Beige 4. Okay, beige 4, beige 2. Okay. So again, that's on. It just disappeared. Did you see that?
Yeah,
It's like bam, done.
What color?
Beige 4.
it's the same color.
All right, so you are good to go too.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming up here. Okay, so we're gonna go through our skincare really super fast. We're gonna highlight one skincare tonight because we have a 21-day Glow and Tell challenge. Maybe you've heard of it. It was launched on the American Music Country Awards show, American Country Music Awards. And so anyway, it's a nationwide thing that we're doing, and it's hashtag Glow and Tell. And so all of our guests here will have a special opportunity to participate in that if you want to. And so we are highlighting a different skincare every single week. We have 4 skincares in particular. There's 5 actually, including the men's. But so tonight we're going to highlight the botanical line. And so if I could get my Dana, Miss Carrie, to go and wet all their washcloths, that would be awesome. We're going to highlight, I'm going to tell you about the botanical line. That's not what you're actually putting on your face, but I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about the benefits and the features. So the botanical line, I have it set up in 3 different formulas. It comes in a dry formula, a normal formula, and a formula made for skin that is oily, okay? And it is one of our really cool product lines because it's made for people with, like for people who have super, super sensitive skin, or for people that are young and don't have acne, okay? And it's also made, it's one of our most eco-friendly skincare lines as well because the products are actually made with 30% less plastic, the actual containers, which is kind of neat. They also have no fragrance, no dyes, no perfumes, and no alcohols in them at all, okay? And so they're a 4-step skincare process. So there are 5 steps of skincare. We include foundation as one of those steps. But you want to cleanse, you want to exfoliate, you want to freshen your tone, and you want to moisturize. And these do all of those. So you have all 4 steps. And then the oily one, there's a clay-based mask so that if you have oily skin or any kind of blemishes, it won't irritate those as well. But it will help draw everything, all the impurities up and out. And so anyway, it's a fantastic skincare system. With just a really green, eco-friendly environment aligned with that. Do you have any questions on this line? Anybody? Okay. Anybody out there? All right, moving on. Moving on. Okay, so what we're going to do, what's in your trays right now is a cleanser and a moisturizer. There's also, what do you mean, Mary? No. Okay, it needs to be there. Okay, so a cleanser, no for you either? Okay, a cleanser and a microdermabrasion.
I don't have.
Cindy will, you guys just stay put. Cindy will come and do that for you guys. So, actually, if you want to just pop out your mirrors, she can just take your tray.
Well, I don't want to mix up the foundations.
You won't.
Oh, something like this.
Okay, so for the rest of you guys, we're gonna go through the cleanser, and the cleanser that you're gonna be trying on is the Miracle Set cleanser. It's a really great cleanser. Probably 80% of my clients are on that particular skincare line. We're gonna talk about that another week, but it's very quick and simple. So time-wise, so like the first 3 steps of this botanical line are in one step, the cleanser, the Miracle Set that you're gonna try on today. So I'm gonna wait for a few seconds for everybody to get their trays squirted. Yeah. All right, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk to you a little bit about the foundations that we have, the different foundations that we have, and some of the products that we're going to be using today so that we can run through it. And so those of you, everybody in front of you should have one of these placemats. And these placemats, you guys talk about the different foundations, and one of the things that Mary Kay has been talking about now for a while is building a foundation wardrobe. You know, we as women, we do a lot of different things. We, you know, some of us are soccer moms, we're at, you know, at practices, some of us work in the outside in the yard, some of us have a career that we have to go to the office, and we have all these different hats that we wear, and you don't always wear the same foundation for every single thing. And so Jen, who's filming this for me right now, I love to say this, but she's a CSI in her other job. And so she's outside a lot with crime scenes and stuff, and it, you know, it's hot, it's sweaty, and her favorite foundation to wear is the cream to powder because it's the best for humidity and heat. It holds up the best. It has a 12-hour lifespan for coverage and for staying power. And so she loves that particular one. But we're going to talk about all the different ones that we have because one of the things that you don't ever really think about is, gosh, what is my foundation personality? Or what is my foundation need? So also next to you, I want you guys to all fill this out. What's your foundation fit? So I always like to, this always reminds me of getting a bra fitting, which if you've never done that, you should try that. That's pretty amazing. But so many times women are wearing the wrong size bra. Oprah did a whole show on this. And so many times women are wearing the wrong foundation. So tell me, out there, everybody, what are some of the scary foundation stories? What are some of the things that you don't wear foundation for, or you get worried about foundation? Anybody?
I don't wear it in the summertime because it melts off my face.
Because it melts off your face. Okay, what else? Anybody else got another thing?
Orange out here.
Orange, that's right. Okay, what else? Clogs your pores. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. So we're going to address that. Oh, yeah, you leave your face on their shoulder. Yep. Can't get your perfect match, right. So these are common things, you know, everybody has. And so that's why I can't wait to talk about Mary Kay's foundations, because we have so many amazing ones. But getting the right color is super important, obviously. But we have foundations that are transfer resistant, so your face is not going to be left on your shoulder of somebody that you just hugged. We have foundations. We are here in Florida when there's some humidity here. Let me just tell you, it's a heat. And I will tell you that there's several foundations that we can wear that are awesome for the heat, that are fantastic, where you can actually still have coverage, because a lot of times, the only reason why we wear foundation, really, is to even our complexion. And a lot of times, the older we get, the more uneven our complexion gets. So there's lots of different reasons for that. And somebody else had said another one. Christy, what was your reasoning for foundation? Did you say something? Oh, Liz, I'm sorry. What did you say?
You already talked about that transfer onto.
Yeah, that's the worst, right? It's embarrassing, or on your phone. It's like gross. I mean, it's like dirty and nasty. And then I know Marty had said clogs your pores. So number one, foundation should be non-comedogenic, which means pore clogging. Okay, and so your good skincare underneath. Foundation's meant to sit on top. It's not meant to go into your pores. Okay, so that's one thing that you want to make sure that you're using good skincare. All right, because that's really how foundation works. It's not supposed to go into your pores. Okay, it's supposed to sit on top. So let's do the foundation survey. All right. So what are you looking for in a foundation? Because you might not have even thought about these things, about what a foundation can do for you, and what are you looking for. And there's actually different products for these things. So consultants, this is also on that. It's on InTouch. This is something that's really great to do with your customers. So number one, do you have a problem finding a foundation, a perfect foundation? Yes or no? And I didn't say this earlier, but Carrie is my ticket girl now. She's that woman with both of you guys. Okay. So if you ask me a question, or you answer a question that I ask, you get a ticket. And we have this little prize thing over here that you guys are going to get prizes at the end. So you ask away, because I want you guys to be able to sorry guys out there, I can't give you a prize for the phone, but you know, you ask questions anyway. Okay, so what's your skin tone? Ivory, beige, or medium, or bronze, right? So you can do that right there. And then what's most important to you in selecting a foundation? Do you want a foundation that has age-fighting benefits?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so put that down. Skin. Lisa says yes. Okay, how about skin-loving minerals, oil control, sun protection, and moisturization? And you know, you might have more than one, and that's okay, you can put them down. And then what's your skin type? Is it dry, normal, combination, or oily? That's also very important, because if you have a certain kind of skin, you don't want to be wearing a certain kind of foundation. It's only going to make it worse, okay? But the other thing too is make sure that what kind of skincare you're using is appropriate for your skin as well, because is it your skincare that's making your skin oily? Okay, so I'll give you exposing. I have like combination skin, and when I was younger, like in high school, if anybody's ever heard of Sea Breeze, I used to use that, and I never used moisturizer, because why would I want to add more oil to my face? Because I'm oily, right? And so I'd wash my face, and then I would use Sea Breeze, and I'd be like, oh. You know, my smile, my face was going to crack, because it was like all the oil was off, right? And then I would go to school, and by 9 o'clock in the morning, my face was shiny, 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 shiny. Me and Rudolph, man, we was like shiny nose, big time. And I didn't know this, but your body's this amazing machine. It's always trying to maintain balance. And so because I had stripped all the hydration out of my skin, it overproduced oil to compensate for that, okay? So if I had just put a little bit of moisturizer on, that wouldn't have happened, all right? And so you need to make sure that your skincare is actually what you should be using. And guess what? Sometimes your skincare needs change throughout the seasons. winter's a little bit drier than summer, etc. So, you know, our products, most of them have a 3-year shelf life. So you might have a few different things, and you get your own little pharmacy of skincare and your own little, you know, foundation wardrobe to meet your needs for whatever you need at whatever time of year. All right, so do you use a foundation primer? Who uses a foundation primer? Okay, awesome. Love to see that. That's kind of a newer product, sort of. I'll tell you, I can't not use it now since we came out there. Love it. How about a concealer? Who uses concealer? Shanique was like, I do. Okay.
You should see my back. Full of racks full of it.
Yep, okay. And then how do you apply your foundation? With your fingers, with a brush, or a sponge? Okay, and it just depends on what type of foundation too. But there's some really cool techniques that you can do out there based on different applications that you use. So we can teach you something like that. And then also, do you wear a finishing powder over your foundation?
No.
Okay, not yet? Not yet? What do you mean not yet? Like you're going to do that?
No.
Oh, no, you said no. I thought I heard not yet. Okay. Okay, and then would you like somebody to help you find your foundation match? And do you wear the same shade? Who wears the same shade foundation all year long? Okay, so, okay. All right, so Caitlin, do you wear it like all the time?
Yeah.
And you just don't ever change colors? Okay, so most people will look really good 3 months out of the year doing that. And the rest of the time, they're in the middle of getting, it'll either look too light or too dark. So I guess you don't get sun.
No,
She always looks amazing. That's good. That's good. That's great. Confidence is good. So, okay, so we should all be squirted now, right? Okay, so I'm going to run you through the skincare, and then based on your survey there, we're going to figure out what kind of foundation that you guys want to use. So let's go through the skincare. I want everybody to take that, and well, number 1, take your cleanser and wash your face. Avoid your eyes. We're not doing eyes today. So circular motions, and it's a 3-in-1 cleanser. That's our time-wise cleanser, a 3-in-1 cleanser. Everybody good? And then you have a washcloth. This one? Yep. And well, number 1, it says cleanser. Circular motions all around, and then just when you feel like it's gotten all over, then you can just wipe it off with your washcloth and you're good to go. Do you have any questions out there while they're doing that? Give me some water. Okay, so that's going to be the first 3 steps of skincare. When you're done with that, wipe the cleanser off, and then we're going to do the microdermabrasion, but we're only going to do it in a portion of your face because you need a shower to get that all off your face, and we don't have a shower here for you. Does it feel good? It should feel really clean. It shouldn't feel tight. It should just feel clean. Okay, so now keep your face kind of wet on that one side, and take that microdermabrasion. Should be the next roll over, and I just want you to do like a tiny little bit, like a little circle in one of your cheeks, just one cheek, a little bit of circle, and I want you to feel what that feels like. It's our microdermabrasion is amazing. It's awesome. It's going to really deeply exfoliate your skin. You can do it like maybe once or twice a week at the most. Don't do too much of an area because you won't be able to get it all off because it's ultra fine. I like it. That's like microfine sandpaper to me. Okay, it's really great to do in the shower because you have more water. But this is going to like make your face, it's going to feel so smooth like a baby's bum. You're going to see an instant difference, and then over time you're going to get even more benefits from it, okay? And then, yeah, let it dry. And then once it's dry, we have some other, the step 2 of our microdermabrasion is a serum that has some calming peptides in it, so you can like scoop that out and just leave that stays on your skin. So after you've wiped the microdermabrasion, step 1 off, then take the step 2 serum and put that on. It's going to help calm and soothe. So I kind of call this the ooh because it's really not comfortable, but it makes your skin feel amazing. So it's like ooh, and then this is the ah for your skin. Ooh and ah. Okay, so and this is going to stay on. Now, I do this at night because really your skin is more susceptible to sunburn because you've actually taken off a couple layers of your skin, and it helps to refine your pores too. It's really great for refining pores as well. So anyway, so when you guys are done with that, I'm going to move on.
Step 2, you can use more than 1 time.
What?
Step 2, you can use more than once a week.
You can, but this is not the core serum that they're doing. This is a.
How often do you use the
Microdermabrasion? I would recommend no more than twice a week. you kind of do it as needed, but twice a week, and then like Wednesdays, like W day. Mary always says W days, Wednesdays and weekends. So that's a great way to remember it. But I know for me, I have like oily combinations, so I can like tell if I like a little bump, I'm like, ooh, microderm time, you know, or my nose, I feel like I want to get it all, like refine the pores and everything. So that's what I do. One thing, just a little shout out for our cleansing brush. It's amazing, amazing. How many of you guys use a cleansing brush? Yeah, all the Mary Kay girls raise your hand. Okay, so this is a really, really awesome tool. I almost bought another brand, and I wasn't sure I would see $150 difference in my skin, so I didn't, and I'm so glad I didn't, because I didn't know we were coming out with one. But ours is runs on batteries, 2 AA batteries. It's got 2 speeds, fast and slow, and it goes in complete circular motions, and it's also been rated the safest, the best for sensitive skin. It's super duper soft. It comes with 2 heads, and one is pink and one is white, so that way if you're sharing with your husband or a sister or whoever, you guys can each have your own head. They last about 3 months. You can get replacement heads for a package of 2 for $15. This is $50, okay? And on the back here, I'm telling you, I can't even wash my face now without it. I use it twice a day, every day. I use it every time I wash my face. I cannot wash my face without it. I love it, love it, love it so much. But this is what's left on your skin when you use a cleansing brush, and this is what's left on your skin when you use your hands or a washcloth. It's crazy. It's so slick, it makes your skin like amazing. And the other part that's really neat is you use less product then, because you've got less dead stuff sitting on your skin. So use much less product for the other stuff. So a little shout out for the cleansing brush. All right, moving on. Moisturizer, everybody should have moisturizer in there? Okay, so our moisturizer, this is the age fighting moisturizer from the Time Wise. Go ahead and put that on your skin. You should have a kind that correlates to your skin tone, or not tone, skin type. You can put this all over. And I will recommend doing the neck and the décolleté, because I will tell you, for those of you youngins, I used to never have a single freckle, ever. And now, when you hit a certain age, things start to pop up that you never had before. So take care of that skin. Even if you don't burn, take care of it, because you will have things that come up that you did not have when you were younger. So, anyway, hydrate, 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 hydrate. Okay, so that should just be a really great moisturizer. It does come in a couple of formulas, an oily combination as well as a normal dry. And we even have one with SPF as well. If you're oily though, I wouldn't recommend it. It's a little heavier, so, but those of you who are normal dry, it's often loved, so. Any questions? I'll just, either y'all falling asleep or I'm doing a really good job. Okay. Okay, so the next step then in there, I'm going to teach you guys how to do what I do every single day, flawless foundation, and I'm excited about it. So the next step is going to be your face foundation primer, okay? Have you ever used the Mary Kay foundation primer? Okay, ours is amazing, and I don't, it's not just because I saw it. Well, maybe a little bit, no, I'm just kidding. It has SPF, you guys, in it, which is great. It's great for all skin types, and it goes on, it just feels like silky satin, okay? Scoop all of it out, rub it between your fingers, and just do it all over your face. Make sure you go past your jawline so that you don't have like an edge. All right, and just do it all over. Rub that in, and it's gonna feel great. Just rub it in. Okay, so I kind of equate this, if you've ever painted a wall, use facial or paint primer, right? And use paint primer, why? Because you want to kind of make it as smooth as possible edge, but you also want it to, you want the paint to use less, I can't talk right now, my goodness. You use less paint, it doesn't absorb in unevenly, right? When you use a primer, it creates this great finish for the paint to go on. Same thing with your face. So this is your, again, we talked about the foundation clogging your pores. This is not going to happen because you've got this foundation primer. It's all sitting right on top, plus it's another layer of SPF, which is really great. Our Time Wise system actually does have an SPF product that goes with it. We just didn't do it today because for the sake of time. How's that feel? Everybody feel good? Yeah? Ashley, how's that feel?
Awesome.
Awesome, great. How about Jamie, how about you?
Fantastic.
Great, love it. Okay. Okay, so now here's the secret. I learned this from makeup artist Lori Hogue. I'm not sure how you say her last name, but she's nice. We did this workshop, and it was amazing. And so this is our finishing spray, which typically you would do at the very end, a finishing spray. But Lori suggested that we do it now, after the foundation primer. Give yourself a squirt, because it creates this amazing staying power and everything stays like perfect, okay? So, I know I would not want somebody to spray my face. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the power. Okay, so you're gonna do the power, just do it. So you're gonna like pump it down. Here, I'll just do it. Like that, and like that, okay?
So why do you put it on before?
Because Lori told me to.
Because it works.
Because it works?
Jump off a bridge.
No, because I know that would not work. No, actually, it creates this, that finishing spray, I'll tell you what else she said, that's kind of funny. But, you know, she's done a lot. If you ever get a chance to go to one of her workshops, she's amazing. And she's done a lot of TV and a lot of commercial shoots and things like that. And she was doing this one commercial shoot, you guys, for some athletic wear company. And for some reason, they had gray athletic wear. So, like, you know, gray tight, not leotard, but tight pants, you know what I mean? And tops and stuff, and of course there was sweat stains, right? Sweat stains underneath the boobs, like in the groin, underneath the arms, and that's not pretty on camera. You know, nobody wants to see a sweaty armpit, right? And so anyway, so she said at lunchtime she had everybody take their stuff off, and she was spraying all the models under the arms. They had them spray their groins and lift up their boobs and spray them under there or whatever. And she said then there was no more. There was no more. Yeah, with the finishing spray. So it like stays it. So especially here in Florida, it's awesome staying power. So for those of you guys who were talking about your makeup sliding off and all that kind of stuff, this is a great tip, a great trick.
I use it like if I go outside. You know how you sweat.
Oh, you do it there too? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, but that's a really kind of cool thing. I wouldn't have known that if I had not gone to it. Yes, ma'am.
Does that take like the grease? You know how sometimes your cheeks and stuff get like oily, greasy, like that fix that?
Yeah, it helps it for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Any questions out there? Okay. All right, so moving on. So we're gonna let that dry, completely dry. All right, we're gonna do a little game, and I'm gonna tell you about some of the foundations so you guys can figure out from your survey what you want to do. Okay, so for you guys out there in Scope Land, they're doing a referral game that we're doing where they can get a color item for free if they recommend anybody that they would enjoy, that they think would enjoy being hampered, maybe overworked, under pampered, that could be a part of the Summer Beauty Academy and enjoy a makeover. So they're writing down names. The first person to get to 20 is going to get a gift out of our basket over there. And if they get to 10, they get it half price. And if they get to 20, they get that item for free, whatever color item that their celebrity crush. The first thing I'm going to talk about is our Mineral Powder Foundation, okay? And the Mineral Powder Foundation, I wanted to read something to you that's from Mary Kay because I thought it was interesting, and it's actually a statement because the words all natural are like buzzwords in our marketplace today. And so I wanted to read it to you. Okay, so this is a fact here, okay? No ingredient used in mineral makeup is all natural. That's because minerals undergo extensive purification and processing before they are incorporated into the cosmetic product. Even the water used in cosmetics is treated. While Mary Kay Mineral Powder Foundation contains natural ingredients, we don't say it's all natural because that would be inaccurate. Okay? So for all those things that you hear out there are strict things, strict guidelines and rules that cosmetic companies have to go through in our country in order to make something that's safe for you to be on your face. So, from Mary Kay. This is off of In Touch, okay? So, but anyway, our Mary Kay mineral powders are awesome. Love them, and they're really cool because they also have a shaker top. So you can, when you travel, you can actually lock it in place, which is great. This is what the actual containers look like, and they're large. You get a large amount. Lasts, a really long time. I should see what the thing is. But the cool thing about foundation, no matter what kind you're using, is this mineral powder is layerable, okay? So you can keep putting it on until you get the coverage that you want, as long as you do light layers, okay? This is not a loose powder, even though it looks like a loose powder. It's not a loose powder. And you actually buff it into your skin with a mineral powder brush, okay? So that's what this is. See, it's flat on the top, okay, kind of like a stippling brush if you paint. And you literally are just gonna like buff it into your skin, add a little bit more. And if you ever have like a poof ball in your face, you've got way too much on your brush, okay, and you gotta work it out. If you ever look dirty, wearing this, you got the wrong color, it's too dark. And if you ever look chalky or ashy, you got the wrong color, it's too light. Okay, so that's here's your sign. It's wrong, okay? But the mineral powder is a really great product, and the cool thing about mineral powder too is you can use it with other foundations. So this is an option for you if, well here, let me just read to you what it says that this would be good for people that, well, obviously that are looking for minerals, because that was one of the questions on the survey sheet. It does help to control shine. It does give a flawless look. I will tell you that it does have a lightweight powder. It does make lines and wrinkles seem to disappear, but if you are somebody with a lot of lines or really dry skin, I don't recommend this particular one for you. I think that there's other ones that would make you much happier. Okay, so that's the mineral powder foundation. Oh, and by the way, all of our foundations, they're suitable for sensitive skin. They've been clinically tested for skin allergies and irritancies. They're non-comedogenic, fragrance-free, oil-free, and dermatologist tested. Okay, so you can have safe feeling with that as well. All right, so that would be our mineral powder foundation. It also comes in a large variety. We just added, I don't know how many shades, probably a year ago. So the bronze skin tone women really have it made, I think, with our product line, because we have such a huge range. I know that Fashion Fair had gone out of business, and it's really hard to find your perfect match. It's really hard, especially the bronze skin tone women. They have a harder time, I think, finding that. And so, we probably have what you need. The next thing I want to talk about are our two age-fighting foundations. So, we in Mary Kay considered our foundation to be an extension of our skincare, because you clean your face, you hydrate it, you protect it from the sun with the sunscreen and that kind of thing that's in our products. So you also want to protect it from the elements, from the pollution, from the elements and the different things that are out there. And so we have two liquids that actually have age-fighting benefits in them. One of them is a luminous foundation, and one of them is the matte wear. Okay, and so the luminous is made for skin types that are normal to dry. It's going to give you more of a luminous or dewy look. So people who are oily don't want a dewy look, because we already feel like we have plenty of a dewy look. Okay, but people who have dry skin, they need that. They need that extra reflection and luminosity to their skin, and they love it. Okay, so that's a really great foundation. People with combination or oily skin, you would just use the matte. Okay, and sometimes I do have younger people that they might have normal skin, but they like a matte look, so they would use the matte wear, you know. So just because your skin is a certain way doesn't mean they have to use that foundation. It's dependent upon the kind of finishing look that they want. Okay? Any questions out there or here on any of this so far? Okay, all righty. Moving on. One of the things we're going to try next on our face is the CC cream. All right, so the CC cream, you guys, CC stands for Correction Complexion. Okay? And, that's not what it stands for. Complexion Corrector. All right, so it's got 8 benefits. So some of you guys probably have heard of BB cream. I always say CC cream is better because it's CC, and one day we'll have a ZZ cream and it'll be like the bomb. But right now, CC cream is what it is, okay? So it has 8 different things. So I'm going to read it. It protects, it brightens your skin, it corrects with a lightweight coverage. It's very, very sheer. You could wear this all by itself. I can't. I'm too old. But it's really, really sheer, like really, really sheer. So if you like a really, really sheer foundation, this is the one for you. It also has a redness minimizer. Okay, so as I get older, I get a little bit of redness, you know, on my face, and this helps to minimize that. It conceals, it hydrates, it visibly reduces the signs of aging, and it defends your skin against sun and other things. So it's got a lot of different uses, but I love it because it comes in, you guys, for the entire population of the human race, we have 4 shades. That's it. So that's how you know it's sheer. So there's no exact, right? So it comes in very light, light to medium, medium to dark, or deep, and then deep. Now, I want you to know that there's another really cool use for this, and I'm actually wearing it today, and it's my liquid pantyhose, okay? And so for those of you who work or like to wear dresses or skirts but just can't seem to get the time to get into the sun or to get your legs tan, and you don't want to wear pantyhose because they're so hot, especially here in Florida, they're like so hot, This is awesome. I wore it all through seminar. I'm wearing it right now. You just put some lotion on your legs, and then you put this on. I put 2 pumps, knee down, 1 pump up, and I'm telling you, I don't look, you can paint on my legs, they don't look orange, they don't look weird, and this is the deep, okay? And I will tell you, Mona, stand up, say hi.
I don't have it on.
Okay, so Mona is very fair, and her face is much darker than her legs. Her legs, you will need sunglasses to wear.
Yes, and I don't have
because they're so
pantyhose
white.
on, so
Okay,
they're white
so,
tonight.
and she also wears the deep.
I do.
So, and it does not, she doesn't have it on right now, okay? But
I do.
her legs are white, and she can wear the deep as well, and it looks natural and normal, and just a little bit of color and tan.
And
So, this
wears
is
awesome.
a great product for that as well. And I will tell you, if you think about it, the CC cream is $20. A pair of pantyhose, good pair, is anywhere between $10 and $20, maybe even more. Okay, you wear them, and the better they are, the more expensive they are, I should say, the easier they are to run. So you maybe get 1 use, maybe 2 uses out of them, right? So you can get probably anywhere, like almost 20 uses out of this for your legs. Okay, so for $20, that's $1 a day for pantyhose if you were even going to wear them every day. So it's kind of cool. Mary, or Lisa, sorry.
How does it work, like, if you're sweating?
Yeah, great question, right? Because you're like, I don't want to leave my face or my legs on the couch, right?
Or does it collect?
No, we are in Florida, right? Does it collect sand? Is that what you said?
Sand, yeah.
It dries really
Well,
well.
no, it dries.
When you put suntan lotion on.
Oh yeah, no, this
it-
dries.
the sand
No, it's dry as a bone. It's dry. The other thing is, you know, some of us, we have like spider veins or like imperfections, you know what I mean? Like maybe darker spots or lighter spots, whatever. This helps like it just makes it all like kind of blend. So you don't really see those things. But no, it dries. You can, I actually try, this is embarrassing. Well, not embarrassing, it's just the truth. I shouldn't have done it, but, okay, so I wasn't sure. I first heard about this from my Offspring sales director, Christy Cunningham. So shout out to Christy out in Colorado. She told me about this. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know. I think I'm going to cough on my bed or my couch or whatever. So I thought, well, I'm going to try it when I'm out of town in a hotel. So if it comes off,
That'll mess up
it'll be
my
on their
bed.
sheets, not my sheets. So it doesn't come off. It's amazing. It really is terrific. Now, I will put it on and I'll do my makeup, you know, and my robe, wherever, so I don't put my clothes on yet, so everything's dry, and then you're good to go. It's amazing. It really is amazing. So, highly recommend it for your face, of course, but that's just a little sidebar for your legs. All right, moving on. So these, you guys, are our cream to powder, our Endless Performance cream to powder foundations. Now, in terms of coverage, your liquids are going to give you a nice coverage for sure. The CC cream is the most ultra sheer. The Endless Performance, I would say, is the most opaque. All right. Now, you can put this on with a sponge or with a brush. And I will tell you that I like the brush the best because it's lighter, you know, for me. But fantastic coverage. And it's really great for people with oily or combination skin. Really, really great. And has like a 12-hour staying power. So I actually, you know, in Dallas when we were at seminar, we get up, we got our makeup faces on at like 7:30 in the morning. And then we go all day long till, you know, till like 11 o'clock at night. And then sometimes we fly home and it was like midnight or whatever before I got to bed. And my face, I literally looked like I had just put my makeup. It was insane. I was like, man, this Mary Kay stuff is good. And I'm not just saying that, you know, I don't just drink the Kool-Aid. Like it was amazing. So anyways, this cream to powder is a really great product as well. And really with a brush, it smooths out really easily. Back there, yes, question.
What kind of brush do you use?
I use our foundation brush.
Okay.
The liquid foundation brush. Yeah, and it's awesome. It's amazing, really. Now you can use a sponge as well, but that's what I use. What do you use, Jen?
The liquid foundation.
The liquid foundation brush. So, and you guys, for the consultants, I just have this. This is our shade selector trays on section 2, and I just put the back, you know, the shades, and see we have that conversion chart, so you know which color somebody would be. And then we do have I have a couple of them here. These are our medium coverage, and they're made for normal to oily skin. And they actually, this is what we used to have, and they're still around. It's made for, I don't really use it very often, because I just love this liquid better, but a lot of people do like that, that's why we still have it. So this is another option for you as well. So, okay, it's got oil absorbers in it as well. So have I talked about all of them? So do y'all know what you want to try? Okay, so yes.
I have a couple of customers that are asking for the tinted moisturizer.
Right.
We used to have that.
Right.
So is the CC cream?
Yeah, most definitely. CC cream is the closest thing to tinted moisturizer. It's almost In terms of coverage and everything else, it's the same.
But it's not a moisturizer.
No, but it does have moisturizing properties in it. But you would never, even with the tinted moisturizer, that was not a moisturizer. You still use moisturizer, and then you use that as like a foundation. But it does have moisturizing properties in it. Good question. Yeah.
On the cream to powder foundation, would you say you get as many uses out of that as you would want something like in the tubes? Like, do you say there's as much in there?
That's a really good question, and I really don't know the answer to that one.
You know, my girls both use it. I would say so.
Jamie, we can answer that.
Okay.
We both use it. You get more out of the liquid.
You get more out of the liquid.
You get more out
Do
of
you
the
guys?
liquid.
How do you put the cream to powder foundation on? Do you put it with a brush or a sponge? See, the brush you've actually used less
I use
of
the
it,
brush.
and so I don't know how to answer that. So you might get the same.
Yeah, I'm just outside a lot during the day.
But I'm telling you, if you like it, do you know what I'm saying? You don't want to use a liquid just because you get more out of it when it doesn't feel as good as the other one would be.
Right.
And I mean, it might be like a week or 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? Like not because the liquid should last you probably three months,
Yeah.
easy 3 to 4 months. So we're talking,
Okay.
Did you have a question?
I was gonna say, use the liquid foundation brush with the cream powder, it lasts forever.
Yeah, it lasts a long time because you lose a lot less. Right. So yeah, I think the sponges and the sponge also absorbs a lot. Okay, so what you guys have in your trays right now is the CC cream. So what I want you to do is take your finger, and I always call this the Pocahontas method. Take it in there and dab a cheek here, here, and here, and spread it out. You're gonna see how much it spreads because you have that foundation primer on. Okay, but I want you to put it all over your face, and you can add more, of course. Just cover your face with it because this is the first step, and just blend it out. And the purpose of foundation is to even your skin tone, and this is a complexion corrector. Easy for me to say.
On first, to
That's
even.
what we call it.
Because it's put a sheer layer underneath your foundation. We're getting a flawless foundation, right? And we're covering our bases. So any redness in your skin, this is going to help neutralize it. Okay, before you put your foundation on.
Won't my foundation do that for me?
No, it will do it a little bit, but this will help really reduce redness. And then, I mean, yeah, you might be able to get away with it if you've got like perfect skin to start with. But what this class is about flawless foundation, and so I do this every single day. Now I can put I used to put it up in my hands, the CC cream, but now I prefer to use brushes because it's less tugging on my skin. So now I put that on with a foundation brush, and so I can put less on. So I have less on because you have a lot of control with those brushes. And our brush cleaner, you guys, is awesome. I literally just have a box of Kleenex, and I use that, squirt, clean my brush right there. It's $10, you guys, for this huge thing, and guess what? It smells good. It doesn't stink. So many makeup brush cleaners smell to high heaven. Lots of chemicals and stuff. This is a really great brush cleaner for that kind of everyday use. All right, so that's gonna dry, but now you can see what it looks like if you wanted nothing else. You see how sheer it is? Some of you might love it, but it's very sheer. You like it?
This is a lot better for me because I don't like wearing makeup
Right.
because it cakes on my face.
Right.
And I hate the feeling of it basically
Sure.
wearing a mask,
Sure.
essentially.
Nobody likes to wear a mask.
So this is,
Feels good.
it's not as bad as other foundations.
Good. Yeah. And it does. It looks really good. It's a perfect color. It's like just perfect. So okay. So now we're gonna let you try something else as well on top of this. Okay, you're gonna let that dry. So who wants to try the mineral powder? Okay. Who wants to try the liquid? Okay. So we got 3 liquids here. Are all 3 of you combination? Okay. So it was bronze 2, bronze 3, and beige 7. Okay. And bronze 3. All right, and then who wants to do the cream to powder? One here, and one here, and one here. You want to try? I don't know. Okay. I don't know which one. I would do liquid, is what I would do if I were you. It's got the H-vitamin benefits that you talked about.
Are we putting this in the spot that doesn't have anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please. Okay, and so you said cream to powder as well? Okay, so the way the cream to powder, you guys, the way you demo it is, I've got spatulas, all right? And so when you have these, because there's no samples of it, That's why at the studio we always have these available for you. But as you start to develop clientele, when they get to try something, they will buy it. You know, it's so much better to let them try before they buy, right? And so this is a really great product. I know Terry really likes it as well. A lot of our consultants are using it. I actually have all of these. I use all of these, not at the same time, but you know, for different reasons. Like yesterday, I was in a super big hurry. All right, bam, cream to powder. It's all in one powder. Everything's all boom done. It goes on like a cream, dries like a powdery finish. It's perfect. So you guys, this is Ivory. That's the beige. So Mona, do you mind helping them out? This is the beige one. Here's a spatula. Just spatula off a little bit. And then if you guys did your consultants bring brushes for you to try things on with? Okay. Did you have it? You probably don't have one, do you? Do you have
My
it?
foundation brush is still wet.
From what? From cleaning it? So like water clean, like water wet? Well, here, use this one. Why does this one have a thing on it? Yeah. You can grab. There you go, look. Okay. And you get some, what, do you need a brush too? Or do you want to use it? Okay. Okay, very good. Yeah. All right, and I would do like with Lisa for you as well. Now, one of the things you guys, I'm really interested in hearing what you think about the foundation. That cream, she's going to spatula some off. You're going to just dab it in there. Don't think this is going to go on like what your regular foundation is like, okay? Because you're going to find you use a lot less. Because you did this great skincare for your skin and the foundation, you're going to need a lot less product. One of the biggest mistakes I think that people make is they put too much product on their face. And when we first went to this new age fighting foundations, I had a couple customers go, no, I don't like it as much. It's yuck. It's da da da. Well, they were putting like 3 times the amount that they needed on their face because they were used to doing it from the old stuff. And so the less you have on, the lighter it feels, right? You don't feel like you're wearing this big cake mask, and it doesn't slide off your face. And so you're going to find you need a lot less to get the same coverage that you needed and wanted because you have all this really great skincare done. So, you guys all have liquid brushes? So with the brushes, you just want to put a little bit on the tip, and then I always like to start sort of in the center of my cheek and brush down, and then kind of go up and brush down again. It's not a paintbrush where you're doing a wall, okay? It's like little steps, a little rubs, and go around. You get in the nooks and the crannies and all that kind of stuff too. But just be careful you don't have like a massive amount on your brush because you're going to really have to work hard to spread that all out, okay? All right, and then for you, oh, she's brushed. Make sure you guys pass your brushes back up here when you're done so I can clean them for next week. Okay, guys, how come you're not doing this? Okay. Any questions out there? Yes, Liz? Yes. Okay, so she wants to know about concealer. We're not talking about concealer tonight only because we're going to do it next week. But good question. You would do concealer. When you apply your concealer depends on what you're applying it for. So if you're applying it for dark circles, you apply it underneath foundation. If you're applying it to blemishes, you do it on top of foundation. So it just depends on what the situation is that you're concealing. You see how little you need? You got lots on there. That's okay. It's okay. Just keep working it. It's a practice. That's what this is, a workshop. You know what I mean? It's all, and it's probably different. You're not used to probably even using it. Yeah, right? And so you just need a tiny little bit, but don't worry, it's practice.
You know, the first time I used the cream powder, it was like orange, and then it, as I
blends it out. Yeah. I actually did not like the foundation brush when we first got them, and I would put so much on my face. I hated it. I'm like, who could even use this thing? It just takes a little bit of practice, but really and truly, with whatever foundation that you're using, just remember the little a bit on your brush and keep applying, keep adding, but don't start with a lot because it truly is, you only need a little bit, and then it's a lot easier to add more than it is to cover up and go back and try to spread it out farther. How are you guys doing back there? Ashley and Janie? Good? Are you guys like the same color? You look like you're the same exact color. So fun. You are like twinning back there.
We're separated at birth.
That's right. Okay, so next week, you guys, we're going to be doing the contouring class. And so we're going to be using, for the consultants out there, we want to make sure you've got your sheer pressed mineral powders. We're going to be contouring with bronzes and highlighting with those as well. And working with some concealers as well. And the facial highlighting pen. and of course foundation. So tonight, what we're gonna do to finish this off, once you have this on, we're gonna do a little bit of translucent powder. So I need a couple of consultants to come up here and give everybody, they can take a cotton ball, dust it in the translucent powder, put it on their tray. Those of you who are doing cream and powder don't need this because it's already a powder. All right, and then we're gonna do a little bit of bronzer and a little bit of lip gloss to finish off the look so you're not naked.
I have two.
So yeah.
Filled ours.
Okay.
They already have a translucent.
You already have it? Oh, good. And bronzer? Awesome. Perfect. Does anybody need it? Does anybody need some translucent powder? Okay, good. So glad to hear that. Thank you.
Okay, so it's gotta be right here.
So do you guys have any questions out there? We're pretty much done. That's pretty much the foundation thing. I don't want to make you guys stay on forever as I wrap this class up. Everybody good out there? Did you guys enjoy it? Was there anything I didn't answer? Is anybody even on? Okay, all right, so thanks guys for joining, and next week is contouring, Kardashian contouring, so hopefully we'll see you next week. Bye!
You did awesome, Jamie, is what you got.
Okay.
Oh. How do you...
Push up.